Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So, today's daily quest is to cast 20 white or green spells. Nice and easy. To try this, I'm going to try out I put together a new mono green elves deck. I think I talked about potentially doing one, deciding against it because of the Abzan elves. And then ultimately I'm like, you know what, I want to try it. I don't have a mono green deck currently, so like I said, I want to give it a try. That and this deck, it's not my favorite, to be honest. So, yeah. This deck is kind of built based around the cards that you would expect to be in it: Llanowar Elves, Elvish Archdruid, Leaf Crown Visionary, stuff like that. And then it's kind of piecemealed from other decks. We have Banner of Kinship, which I think is actually just a good card to have in any tribal deck like this one is, because you pick elves and every creature you have is an elf, right? We have Dwynen's, I think is how you say that. Dwynen's Elite, just because it helps create more creatures. If we already have an elf, and typically we're going to have, hopefully, a Llanowar on the field. 2 copies of Wildborn Preserver. Don't be fooled as to why it shows it separately. This is just because one is from Foundations and one is from another set. But it is 2 copies of Wildborn Preserver. Again, very much like if you have extra mana, this thing can keep getting stronger and stronger. Hard-hitting question and feral encounter for some removal. Imperious Perfect. Other elves get +1/+1. Just absolutely fantastic. We really want to be buffing up our elves through other means, which we have Leaf Crown, Archdruid, and now Impervious for. So having one of each on them is a +3/+3 to all your elves, which is fantastic. And then just for 1 mana and tapping this card, you can make an elf warrior creature token. So it is what it is. Tyvar the Pummeler is more of a late game card. Very much a like, hey, you got this. If you have the mana, if you have 5 mana, like when you're going into attack, spend it, everything gets stronger. It could be a game ender. That's why, though it is the reason I'm only running 2 copies of it. Ferocious Werefox. It's a good, it's a 4-cost 4/3 with trample, but really more using it for its guard change instant. Create a monster roll token attached to target creature you control. That's really what we're using this card for. And then Dwynen. Oh, yeah. Gilt-Leaf. Again, that's a 4th one. Other elves you control get +1/+1. So yeah, we have 4 different cards, 4 unique cards that give a +1/+1. Only one of them being legendary. So, but also its main ability is like whenever it attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacking elf you control. So nice sustain. Already talked about Banner of Kinship, and we're doing Soulstone Sanctuary again, just because it can be an elf. It's very much like, hey, if you have mana left over, you don't have anything else to do, you want another attacker, pay 4 and you get a 3/3 land creature of every type with vigilance. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I'm willing to give it a shot. The problem with going mono green elf is that you do lose out on some pretty decent cards, but I really wanted to try just doing a mono colored elf deck. So hopefully it goes well. And if it doesn't, then really no harm done. It was an idea. So let's just see. Wow, kind of a... That's better. Yeah, that's better. The sad thing with this deck, though, is that Llanowar Elves is very, very susceptible to like cut downs early removal. So you just kind of have to hope that your opponent doesn't have any early removal. Okay, they didn't. Interesting. Let me guess. Elspeth? No, they didn't have anything. Okay. What is this? Nice. Good. Okay. I'm guessing they bricked. Yeah, like, I'm guessing they didn't have... Like, everything in their hand was just really expensive, I'm guessing? I don't know. I mean, I'll take it, but very, very odd when that happens. But I'll take it. I was gonna send out our legendary on the next turn, just so I can get, start getting some life gain. But yeah, I didn't have to. Very strange. All right. Wow. I'm not mulligan. I'm not taking it any further down. But this is a really bad opening hand. Let's say there's no way that survives, right? Alright, let's go ahead and send out the perfect. See what they do with that. Another anointed by affliction, probably. Or a cut down. Vraska's fall, okay. That's why I didn't want to send out my Gilt-Leaf, because don't really want to lose that just yet. But to be honest, it's not going well. Been a while since we've seen a toxic deck, though. Yeah, they knew I was probably going to be playing something else, so that'll be a counter. Yep, bring the ending. Let's see, another bring the ending. No? Interesting. Right, whenever she attacks. Right. Life gain only happens when this card attacks. Gotcha. Let's see. That really won't help me here, will it? Oh, yeah. We're good. That's right, when you're corrupted, have 3 or more counters. Anointed with Affliction works just on any creature. Yeah, there's not much I could really do there, and I was Yeah, that for opening hand really just kind of took the wind out. That is one thing. The deck doesn't have a whole lot of cards to protect your other cards, like a the Royal Roll card. I can't remember what it's called right now. That might be a good one to add to this. Okay. So let me see. At the beginning of your next turn, target deals damage. Okay. We're gonna exile you. Yeah, no life gain shenanigans for you. Sure, we're gonna pay 3. So yeah, Wildborn's kind of an interesting card in that regard. Hello, Visa. One, two, three, 4, 6. Yeah, it doesn't have trample. And what's your thing? I will deal damage to player. Okay. Sure. I'm actually not going to attack this time. I don't guess they have anything. Sure. It's not like I have anything else. Let me guess. Split up? Really? Okay. I really don't see a reason to keep powering it up. But you can kind of see how this can get really strong. And that did get rid of all of its counters, so that is a little annoying. Yeah, this is just a little drawn out. I mean, they could still win this. I feel like fairly easily. And that becomes Teferi. Oh, wow. All right, let's see. If I could draw a banner, that might actually do it. Feral encounter. And there is one right there. And we're gonna have. How would that work, I wonder? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna get rid of their flyer. And I'm pretty sure that's game. Yep. Exactly enough. Oh man. I see that. That's where Soulstone really comes in handy. I wouldn't have taken them out if I hadn't have used it. But man, that last one was a drawn out match. But ultimately, our victory. Not too bad, not too bad. We take those here. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. I do have a pack to open. I almost forgot, as I seem to always do. So let's do that. Something good. Oh, it's a mythic. Okay, got our free rare wild. Awesome. Nothing too interesting here. Elsworn Giant. Interesting. What's our mythic? Herald of Eternal Dawn. You can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. Alright. With that, like I said, we're going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, do not forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.